Hello everyone, this is Fantasy-esque, and welcome back to Season 3 of Luminous Clan in ClanGen, the Warrior Cats clan generator game. When we left off in the previous episode, we, returned to Season 3, resuming the saga of the Luminous Clan, and we had a very quick look at how all the cats we currently have are related, and then our new Troublesome leader, who muscled his way into the position after being invited into the clan from the outside. Godzilla Star, who is now chilling in the Warrior's Den. He had a really good hunt and he hauled in a ton of food. So I'm wondering whether everyone's perspectives on him is going to start to change, and also whether he's going to start interacting with some of the cats more than he did in the previous episode. Right now, it seems as though he's only inclined to really meddle with the kittens, the youngsters, who he can probably influence because their minds haven't entirely formed just yet, but he seems to be steering clear of the adults. We'll see how this goes though. So without further ado, let us head to the leader's den, roll the dice to see what the heck he's gonna do this time around. Last time I think he praised Shade Clan. So let's have a look, guys. Okay, I got a 3 on the 10-sided dice, so that's Whimsy Clan. And I got a... what is that? A 6? I got a 6 on the 8-sided dice, so that is a praise. Okay, so it doesn't seem as though he has been trying to offend anyone just yet. So this is the second gathering he's attending, and he's choosing to praise someone. So yeah, he's gonna praise Whimsy Clan. So let's go ahead, guys, and skip a moon, see what happens. Now, we are wanting him to have a litter with Shadow Swirl. That is going to be another way for him to solidify himself in the clan as a clan cat, is if he contributes genetically to our camp, right, to our bloodlines. So let's go ahead and see. No birth and death notices, darn it. Godzilla Star takes his chance at the gathering to fawn over Whimsy Clan's leader for everything from their apprentices' manners to their medicine cat's intelligence. Intelligence. Right. Whimsy Clan relations have improved. Magpie Heart realized that Tom doesn't describe how they feel anymore. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and switch that back, just because I don't play with any of that. I'm gonna change him back to cisgender. Thank you. Godzilla Star overdid his last sparring session and has been wincing all day. Seems he's a bit scraped up. Or scraped up. Okay, Godzilla Star, are you out of order? No, he is okay. Has got a little bit of a scratch, but he's okay. He can still, go out on patrols and stuff, which I think is very necessary, given that it is the one way that he is currently winning. Now, Rowan Pelt and Lupine Claw are going to be down for patrols. Lupine Claw, obviously, from, I think, the rat bite she got, and Rowan Pelt from some other bite that I'm not entirely sure about. So, let's check out the medicine cat and see what's going on with them. Yeah, she got a rat bite, and he has a bite wound from something. I can't remember what, though. Rowan Pelt was given cobwebs as treatment for bite wounds. They'll be less likely to die. I'm so curious. I can't remember. What was he bitten by that he is, or he might be prone to death? I honestly don't know. Lupine Claw was given cobwebs as treatment for rat bite. The risks are going to be lowered, and Buttercup Dust gathered mallow this moon. Okay, that is good to know. Let us go ahead and see what's going on with everyone's relationships and whether or not Godzilla Star has been trying a little bit more with the other cats. Now, he had a sparring session, so this kind of tells me Godzilla Star is also keeping very much alert. Even though he has become leader of Luminous Clan, he's still wary of the fact that the other cats don't really like him. Okay, or whether or not they like him, nobody hates him, but they don't like him as leader. Orchid Shine tells Plumraven to smile more. Lupine Claw uses one of Plumraven's fears against her. The whole clan notices how close Buttercup Dusk and Blizzkid are lately. Buttercup Dusk thinks the prey Bonesong is biting into on the other side of camp looks delicious. A cloud parts over Stone Speck and Cloudfur, shining a light on them. They interpret this as a sign that they are meant for great things soon. Oh, that's adorable. So Stonespeck and Cloudfur are sisters. And they are the only sisters in their batch who have had kittens. So Stonespeck obviously had Day Prince, our wonderful Day Prince, and Cloudfur has recently had her litter of 3, who are currently kittens, 4 moons old, I'm fairly sure. So this is kind of exciting. I wonder if their greatness has to do with them, or if their greatness is attached to their children, because they have been helping with the bloodlines in the next generation. Something to keep an eye on. Both Stonespeck and Sunkit startle at a clap of thunder. Rowanpelt made Pepper laugh again and again. Goldkit accuses Rowanpelt of lying about something Rowanpelt has no reason to lie about. Okay. Cloudfur and Sunkit have an argument about who should get a pretty feather and end up destroying it in their fight. So some mother-son argument happening over here. Cloudfur thinks she can tell Goldkit something important. Shadow Swirl covered for Orchid Shine on something minor. Shadow Swirl learns about Sunkit's struggles and is surprised how well he carries himself. Lupine Claw greets Magpie Heart as he's exiting the Warrior's Den. Lupine Claw thinks she can tell Sunkit something important. Orchid Shine and Plum Raven learn a lot about each other when they're stuck in a den during a storm. Orchid Shine goes to tell a secret to Blisskit, only for Blisskit to tell someone else a secret to her. The clan hears a Magpie Heart and Godzilla Star laughing together across the camp. Okay, so Godzilla Star is actually having some positive interactions with one of our younger male cats, so I wonder if he is kind of coming out of his... Well, he doesn't have a shell that he is in, I suppose. I don't see him as a shy or reserved cat. No, that is not how he became leader. But he is now bothered. He is bothering to actually interact with some of these other cats that aren't the kittens. Magpie Heart and Goldkit giggle over something silly. Plum Raven motivates Bonesong to do something difficult. Bonesong and Blisskit plan all their days together. Oh, that's so cute. Pepper feels a little safer when Goldkit joins him in the clearing. Pepper thinks Lupine Claw looks nicer than him today. Day Prance includes Plum Raven in a conversation that Plum Raven struggled to join. Godzilla Star notices that some of his clanmates talk very highly of Pepper. You know what? I feel like if Godzilla Star wants some loyalists, he needs to make some friends. The cat that I would think he should get on his side as soon as possible, or the easiest cat to get on his side, would be Pepper, because Pepper is the only other Lightless cat. I mean, both Pepper and Godzilla Star have Lightless origins, so it kind of makes sense, right, that you would team up with the only other outsider you have in the clan. But I think the other cats are a bit more accepting of Pepper because Pepper has had a litter and contributed to the bloodline, whereas Godzilla Star has yet to have a litter, and that was the whole reason he was brought in. So if he doesn't have any offspring with Shadow Swirl soon, it's almost as though he's useless to the clan, and even more reason for them not to put up with him kind of in the seat of power. Goldkit vents about something trivial to Godzilla Star. Oh my goodness, the kittens are adorable. And it seems as though Godzilla Star's appreciating their attention quite a bit. And then Blisskit tells a story to Godzilla Star, and Godzilla Star suggests how to make it even better. I'm telling you guys, he's getting along very well with the kids. I wonder if he's gonna be inclined to take one of them on as an apprentice. Like, I feel like that would also be another way you could try and worm your way into the good graces of some of these cats, right? Is to train the youngsters. One, you spend more time with the youngsters and you'll be able to influence them better. And also, if your apprentice ends up becoming, like if Godzilla Star's apprentice ends up becoming the best of their batch and gets the title of prince or princess, then isn't that going to be amazing? Like an amazing reflection on Godzilla Star. Sunkit struggles to make sense of something trivial a Magpie Heart said, and Godzilla Star pulled a prank on Goldkit, so obviously he feels very comfortable around the kittens. And it seems as though that's all we have for the events, so I'm going to cut the recording here and then we'll continue with the cat list. Okay, let us resume with the cat list, and something interesting has happened, guys. So, if we take a look at loyalties, Godzilla Star has a loyalist, guys, in Bliss Kit. That's right. So we were on the right track when we were saying that Godzilla Star has been spending more time with the kittens, probably because he feels as though they can be influenced a lot more easily than the adults can. And our sweet little girl, Bliss Kit, has been won over by the leader, Godzilla Star, because he's been helping her with her stories, he's been saying nice things about her, spending time together, and she is now looking at Godzilla Star as this amazing leader, and she's really fond of him. So there we go. We have one loyalist on Godzilla Star's side. Now we'll have to see what other tricks he might have up his sleeve in order to get even more cats convinced that he is the right leader for Luminous Clan, even though he is an outsider and he is a lightless cat. So that is one thing. The other thing I want to go into, I was looking through all their relationships, you know, to check on the loyalties, and I noticed one thing that stood out to me in Buttercup Dusk. So Buttercup Dusk, guys, actually hates Bonesong. He hates Bonesong, the lonesome Bonesong, and I checked the family tree to see like how the relation was or where this relation was, and Buttercup Dusk is not related to Bonesong by blood, but Bonesong is the nephew of his mate Stonespeck. So that is the relation there, because Stonespeck is Buttercup Dusk's mate. Stonespeck is the sister of Rowan Pelt, and Rowan Pelt is the father of Bonesong. So that is kind of the relation between this. But for whatever reason, and I don't know why it is, Buttercup Dusk just does not like Bonesong. So we have to keep an eye on that as well. I wonder if Buttercup Dusk just doesn't feel as though his personality meshes with Bonesong, but like hatred is such a strong thing. I don't know why exactly he would feel that way. And I mean, he's jealous of the prey that I'm trying to look through, you know, the other stuff, the interactions they've had, to piece together why this might be the case. But like from Buttercup Dusk's perspective is what I'm trying to look at. He is jealous. We just read in events of the prey that Bonesong was eating. Before that, they had a fight again over food, so over prey. Yeah, they had a fight over prey. And then, let's see, Buttercup Dusk lost in a race against Bonesong, and he was really upset about that. And then he said something that rubbed Bonesong the wrong way. And Bonesong got upset over something trivial that Buttercup Dusk did. I think what it is... Yeah, and before that, Buttercup Dusk was telling Bonesong about a goal, and then Bonesong snickered at it. I think it is just a case of their personalities not meshing. Because it seems to me that Buttercup Dusk is way too playful, and Bonesong, because he's lonesome, doesn't really like being pulled into a lot of, you know, fun and play and interaction with the other cats. And so Buttercup Dusk maybe used to try to do that, try to interact with these youngsters, and Bonesong was retaliating against it, and everything kind of just rubbed him the wrong way. And then Buttercup Dusk started thinking that Bonesong is maybe a little bit up himself because he never humbles himself to actually, you know, put on a good face with Buttercup Dusk. Like, he never bothers, never tries. And so now I think Buttercup Dusk has developed a opinion of Bonesong where he is kind of overly critical of everything that Bonesong does, which is very unfortunate, but that's something to keep an eye on, because hatreds can result in something dangerous like murders. However, I'm not worried about Buttercup Dusk at all, to be honest. I'm more worried about Lupine Claw, who kills people without any hatred to lead it back to her. So yeah, that is something to keep note of. So aside from this, let's go ahead and mediate between Godzilla Star and Shadow Swirl, because kittens. Okay, so respect, comfort has increased, jealousy has decreased, but there was no increase in romantic like. And the other thing to keep an eye on, guys, is whether or not Shadow Swirl is going to stay with Godzilla Star or break up with Godzilla Star. Because to be honest, I think right now, the only thing that is keeping the clan members from revolting against Godzilla Star is the fact that he has taken Shadow Swirl as a mate. And this is what was originally promised to them, and like a litter between Godzilla Star and Shadow Swirl. And Shadow Swirl's cooperation and acceptance of this is in a lot of ways what's keeping Godzilla Star in power. The moment Shadow Swirl breaks up with Godzilla Star, like if he doesn't give her kittens, like if Shadow Swirl breaks up with Godzilla Star before she has kittens with him, then think about it, Godzilla Star is completely useless. He hasn't done anything that he was brought here for, and I don't know if the clan members would stand for it or if they would have him kicked out. So I'm very curious now, because everything kind of hinges on Shadow Swirl, and they are not a compatible pair. So I don't know how long this is going to last. Basically, Godzilla Star has to really get on it and get Shadow Swirl pregnant before she decides that she's had enough and breaks up with him. Because if he doesn't, if he hasn't contributed to the bloodline in any way, and that happens, there is no way he's not going to get kicked out. So there's a lot kind of, riding on this particular pairing in that relationship. Okay, let us see what all the cats are up to today. Godzilla Star is exhausted after a patrol, and he did get injured from training a little bit too much. He's got some scrapes. Plum Raven is fetching day prance for another cat who is looking for him. I also imagine that Godzilla Star is exhausted thinking about how much he has to deal with. I mean, he brought himself this trouble, all this trouble. But I think maybe he's exhausted trying to plan ahead and figure out okay, this needs to happen in order for that to happen, or I need to make sure this doesn't happen, otherwise I'm going to get kicked out, There's too much planning is going on in his mind. Buttercup Dusk keeps his patients distracted again with silly games while he treats them. Yeah, he's very much been focused on his job, which is very nice. We also have some drama between the cats and leadership because, what am I saying? Plum Raven, who is Stone Speck's mother, and Stone Speck is Buttercup Dusk's mate, she is in love with Buttercup Dusk. But Buttercup Dusk has been keeping her at a bit of a distance. I mean, he works with her just fine. He really likes her as a colleague, but I don't think Buttercup Dusk is aware that she has a flame for him, which is a very odd position to be in. Yeah. Not Stone Speck, Pepper knows though, and Stone Speck also knows. She found out when she entered politics and she started noticing the way these two interact, and she realized her mother was in love with her mate. But Pepper's also known for a while. Yeah, that's kind of the privilege of being a mediator. So one thing I like to do with the mediators is when we do have changes, in positions here in politics, in the political ranks, I like to take the cats who are kind of higher up in the rankings and just to check to see how they work with one another. So for example, Godzilla Star and Plum Raven, they don't have any red or green bars, so I interpret that as them just treating each other as colleagues and nothing more. They don't feel any two-way. They don't hate working with the other cat. They don't like working with the other cat. They're okay working with the other cat. And then between Godzilla Star and Buttercup Dusk, it's the same thing. They don't have any strong feelings about this, this relationship here. They're just working with each other because that's what's required of them. However, if we go to Plum Raven and Buttercup Dusk really likes working with Plum Raven, he really enjoys working with her. It's his mate's mother. Plum Raven feels the same, except she has all of this romantic love for Buttercup Dusk, so she is in love with him. And if you're wondering what the little romantic or the 2 bars we have on Buttercup Dusk is from, that was from ages ago. That was from before Buttercup Dusk was paired up with Stone Speck. He had gotten over his own heartbreak. He has had quite a life, but he got over his own heartbreaks and the loss of multiple mates, and he was finally ready to, move on and he was kind of starting to notice Plumraven and become interested in her, but then the clan leader at the time paired him up with Stonespeck, and then he and Stonespeck very much fell in love with each other, and ever since that became a thing, he has never looked at Plumraven in that way. But Plumraven fell in love with him like a while after that, when Buttercup Dusk entered politics and they started working together. Then she started falling in love with him. So yeah, that is something that all the mediators, whenever they enter this particular role, this is a secret of the cats up in the political ranks that they find out. So yeah, something to keep an eye on, no? Okay, let's see. Pepper is wondering if StarClan is watching over cats outside the clans. Stonespeck tries to set a good example for younger cats. Rowan Pelt is glad it's not so hot out anymore. Cloudfur tries to set a good example for younger cats. Okay, so Cloudfur and Stonespeck are spending time together, trying to set a good example for the young cats, which is adorable, because I'm pretty sure they were interacting even in the events. Cloudswell catches extra prey for Leaf Bear. Lupine Claw is feeling down. Orchid Shine almost got lost near some two-leg nests. Magpie Heart cleans the clearing of fallen leaves. Bone Song tries to set a good example for younger cats. Oh, that's adorable. So he is hanging out with his aunts, Stonespeck, and with, Cloudfur, which is so cute. Dayprance cleans the clearing of fallen leaves. Okay, who are you spending time with? With Magpie Heart. Okay, Dayprance is spending time with his cousin, Magpie Heart, which is really cute. Blisskit is feeling excited. I'm sure she is, as Godzilla Star's first loyalist. She probably feels so proud of herself. Sunkit has taken up the role of guarding the fresh kill pile from cats wanting an extra piece and is taking his job very seriously. And Goldkit is glad it's not so hot out anymore. Who else had this? Who else had this? Rowan Pelt. Oh my goodness. So Goldkit is hanging out in the medicine cat den with her uncle, Rowan Pelt. Wait, sorry. No, yes. With her uncle, Rowan Pelt, who is feeling very, very injured from he's not feeling too well because of his bite wound. And she, the charming little one she is deciding to accompany him, which is so adorable. But okay, that is all we have for the cat list. So let me cut the recording here and we'll catch up in patrols. Okay, we are catching up with patrols. We currently have 225.5 prey and we need 37, so we do have a ton. Very blessed we are, very blessed. Let's send out our medicine cat first of all. Buttercup Dusk sniffs the clean, fresh morning air, wondering if he can smell juniper berries on the breeze. Proceed. Juniper berries are useful for so many things, from calming minds and easing breathing to soothing aching bellies, and as a traveling herb. Buttercup Dusk will always feel better having a good solid store of the stuff to use, especially because the berries keep forever in the herb stores. He passes a low, gnarled oak tree on the way back to camp and makes sure to stop to gather some of the leaves while he's there. Oak leaves are great for fighting infections. So we have oak leaves and juniper gathered, which is wonderful. So now it is time for us to see what our patrols are going to be. We're going to have a patrol of 6 and a patrol of 3. So okay, first up we have... Oh, okay. We have Bone Song, Stonespeck, Dayprance, Shadow Swirl, Plumraven, and Orchid Shine. It seems as though Plumraven is finally feeling comfortable enough to go on patrol with, her family members, basically her children and grandchildren, the angry cats, who have been very, very upset at her for what she did in giving up a position to Godzilla Star. But she's finally feeling comfortable enough to go out with them. And then she has left Cloudfur with Godzilla Star. Cloudfur, who Godzilla Star I don't think is too fond of. And Magpie Heart. I don't know how that's gonna work out, but we'll kind of see. This might be a good chance though for Godzilla Star to build more relationship potentially with the two of them. So yeah, I suppose it's beneficial if Godzilla Star goes on the smaller patrols. It allows him to get to know the other cats and for them to get to know him in a more intimate or on a more intimate level. Okay, let's send these guys out though. As the patrol is marking the borderlines, a gang of rogues strides confidently out from behind a tumble of rocks, yowling as they confront the clan cats. Okay, I usually panic at this. Like in season 2, I kept panicking at this particular card or this event because almost every time it happened, I would have cats die. I have since then learnt that anything can happen. All the cats in your patrol can die, or none of the cats may die. I'm not entirely sure how this might go. But we're gonna have to just proceed and see what happens. I solely hope that whatever happens, we don't lose Day Prince, or Bone Song, or Orchid Shine, or Shadow Swirl. To be honest, the only cats, I mean, I don't want to lose any of the cats, but I will be so sad if we lose the younger cats especially. Because, like, they haven't even gotten a chance to be around that long and make their mark, you know? Or pass on their genetics. Like, the only cats from this lineup who have bred are Stone Speck and Plum Raven. So, let's proceed. Bone Song takes the lead, confronting the gang with confidence. Eventually, the rogues admit that they've been struggling to find enough prey and were looking to steal richer territory from the clan. Tensions are eased when Bone Song informs the rogues of a prey-rich meadow outside of Luminous Clan territory. So Bone Song saved the day! Oh my goodness. I wonder if this might cause Buttercup Dusk to respect him just a little bit more. I don't know. I mean, Buttercup Dusk has... is prejudiced against Bone Song because Bone Song was acting difficult with him in his youth, like when he was younger, but he has matured since then and he does take things seriously, especially when it comes to protecting his family members. But yeah, I don't know if Buttercup Dusk is going to be able to appreciate that. It would be nice though if he did, considering that Bone Song saved his mate, you know, and his colleague who he likes working together with, Plum Raven. So okay, that was lucky. That was a lucky save. And now we're gonna send out Magpie Heart, who is nervous and good at storytelling and swimming, with Cloudfur, who is sneaky and good at caretaking, and the Troublesome leader, who is great at fighting. Let's send these guys out and see what they get up to. Godzilla Star sees 2 kids from Lynx Clan playing close to the border. Let us proceed. Godzilla Star wouldn't be able to forgive himself if something happened to those kids. He orders the patrol, save for Magpie Heart, to return to camp, and Magpie Heart and Godzilla Star go to bring the kids back to Lynx Clan. So relations with Lynx Clan have improved, and I actually wonder if this is gonna make Godzilla Star a better leader in Magpie Heart's mind, because he was just kind of taken aside by the leader instead of Cloudfur and asked to help the leader, you know, do something for another clan to help bring these kittens back. And I wonder if Magpie Heart, who is nervous, gonna see this as a good sign that this is a leader he can follow, you know, to do good things, even if this might be a temporary thing or he might be misguided. Who knows? But I wonder if Magpie Heart, being nervous, finds a sense of security around Godzilla Star. Very intriguing. But okay, guys, it seems as though that's all we have going for the youngsters. And really quickly, they are, I think, 4 moons old, which means next episode is going to be the last episode. We're going to have the kittens as kittens before they become apprentices, which also means in the next episode, Godzilla Star is going to be keeping a very close eye on the other cats to see who might make good potential mentors for the youngsters. But okay, guys, with that said and done, I am going to leave off here. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you all enjoyed, and I will see you all next time. Bye-bye.